Hello, my little Virgos. Are you ready for September 2025? Do you want to know the exact dates and times that things are going to happen? Well, this video is going to be for Virgo and Virgo rising. It's going to be a general reading, but if you want to know the exact dates and times, you got to get a personalized reading with me. You can either go right down below to the store or my phone number is down there. Don't call me. Please don't call me because I'm usually on a consultation, but if you text me, I will get right back to you. I have a method. I'm not going to do it in this reading because it's general. It's just general. Can't do it for all the millions of people that are watching. But if we get on a phone reading and I have some of your information, some of your numerology, some things like that, I can tell you and say, yeah, they're going to call on this day, or yeah, this job is going to start on this day. As a Virgo, I really, really, really appreciate data. I think we all do. I think we're data driven. We need to know. We're kind of hyper anxious, but that is our superpower. So let's get into this reading is going to be your tarot, your astrology, and your numerology. We're going to go over all of it for September 2025. Year is flying by. Oh, good. No devil. Devil in reverse. We love that. Money. Good. Everything's good so far. So far, so good. Okay, the anxiety in me just went right down. So let's see. July was a pretty good month. July, like things started to turn around in July. Things started to get a little bit better. Now in August, there was like a reconciliation or there was a coming back together. This could either be somebody came back or it could be money came back. It could be there was a situation. I wouldn't even say that was a breakup, but there was like an unsettlement. There was like a unease about it and unsure, not enough information. Us Virgos will love the information. There was not enough information. And then in August, it all like collapsed and became, oh no, I get it. Now I got all the information. I understand. Like things were good. Things were like kind of like put to bed. Things were put to rest. Okay. In a good way. September, why we're all here. The evil, the bad, the addiction, the overthinking, the negativity that can, we're, like I said, we're Virgos. We overthink. We're in our head a lot. That is away. Any of those things that we do, sometimes people have addictive behaviors. And I don't mean just drugs and alcohol. It can be shopping. It can be scrolling. It can be, anything to avoid. The avoidant behaviors, the anxiety, the cripplingness of what we do in our little heads, right, Virgos? That is over. That's put to the past. Okay. That is the main thing. If there was a theme for September, it would be like peace. It would be peace. That's the best way I can put it. Now we get into the foundation. If you were worried about a cheating situation or you were worried about a backstabbing situation, either that's done or you realize it never happened. So again, that bad part of the story in our little coconuts, okay, is gone. It is settled. Everything is fine. It is healed. Now, the one thing that is super good, the crowning part, which is our head, is clearing. Again, bad thoughts are going, good thoughts are coming in. The confusion is clearing. So this is a card of clarity. How far can you walk into the woods? Only halfway, because then you're walking out. It is clarity. It's finding the path. If you have felt like you were lost in the woods, it's going to get better in September. Now going into October, looks like there's a lot of sex. Fantastic, because as a Virgo, we have that thing of being cold, but we're not cold. We're cold to people we don't know, and then we're, hot, dirty sluts to people we do know, right? I mean, that's how I know it. So a lot of sex in October. Whatever's going on, you got to plan a vacation, you got to plan a getaway, you got to like go lock somebody down so you have somebody to do stuff with. No, in October, it's going to be pretty spicy. It's going to be a spicy day. So then in November, money comes in. There's going to be money going out, money coming in, but it's going to be a very nice flow of money. Us Virgos love our money. So let me get into, speaking of money, I'm going to do your astrology in a second. I have the best oils and the best hoodoo oils on the planet. I use all of these very old traditional hoodoo formulas from many, 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 many years ago, hundreds of years ago sometimes. This is the advanced money oil or the upgraded money oil. This, I don't know if you can see, there's a little $1 in there. Well, there's actually $20 in there. Not real tender, okay? This is the upgraded money oil. I have the Aunt Sally's, which is for gambling. If you like lotto tickets, you like going to the casino. You play online, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is for games of chance, any games of chance. All right. But I had an ultimate money oil. I only had 4 or 5 of them. Last one sold, but I do have an ultimate love oil. If you watch the love video that I did, this is, I do these big spells. If you need spells, let me know. Weight loss, reconciliation, get a job, anything. I got it. Text me. Text that phone number down below. But I had a whole bunch of the oils that I use. I have personal oils that I don't sell. Well, guess what? You're in luck because I put the oils that I used for that spell. I had a bunch left over. I bottled a few of them. This is the last bottle of the love oil. There's 30 love oils in here. Lust, sugar daddy, love me, marry me, peaceful home, call me, text me, all sorts of stuff in here. So you want to check that out. If you don't want to go to my store, which is in the link below, you are more than welcome to text me and I'll text you right back and I'll text you a link. 12th house, things are ending. I think the bad times are ending. This is also occult knowledge, but it's Libra. And we have Mercury here, which we are ruled by Mercury. So this is fantastic. This is fantastic. This is going to be 12th house is things ending. Okay. Can it be death? Yes. But it's like I said, it can be death of a bad habit. It can be death of a shitty person leaving your life. Not that they actually die, just that they go away. It can be death of an addiction. It can be death of debt. It doesn't have to be bad stuff, just so you know. 12th house is like, sometimes it's used as a catch-all, and I don't really love that. But there is a lot of like inner dialogue. There is a lot of spirituality in it. There is a lot of like occult. And occult just means not shown, okay? Things like that. But Mercury in Libra is right. So when you look around the chart, this is not good because it's actually in reverse. So it's not, it should be going this way. Timu, love Timu, but you know, sometimes they get it a little twisted. But Virgo is here and then Libra is here. So Virgo becomes Libra, Libra becomes Scorpio. So it transmutes. So having this here, Mercury, which we're ruled by talking, things like that. Libra, which is the very next house, the very next spot, 7th house. Partnerships. We're talking about business. We're talking about love. We're talking about things coming to fruition. It's ruled by Aries. And it is, I'm sorry, its opposite is Aries. The direct opposite is Aries. So Libra, so think of Aries. Aries is fire. Aries is craziness. Aries is combustibility. Libra is calm. It's chill. Libra is always trying to find a balance. That Libra's just off doing its own thing because it's trying to balance itself. It's not trying to balance with anybody else. So this is that pulled in equilibrium brain time where you're going to go, oh my God, I'm actually not overthinking. Oh my God, I'm not actually stressed. And it's ruled by Venus. So we have a Mercury and we have a Venus. When we have a Mercury and a Venus, we are talking about love. Oh shit, it all comes together. Look at that. And in 12th house. 12th house is ruled by Pisces. Pisces is the direct opposite of Virgo. This all comes together, ruled by Neptune. What is Neptune? Neptune is fairy tale like. It's like things that are things that fairy tale, almost like a movie, almost like it can be emotion, it can be some dark stuff, but it's going to be very like fairy tale. It's going to be very like movie. I can't even think of the words. Like almost like a film noir, right? So if you know film noir at all, if you know like in the 1940s, they had a lot of film noir. That's like kind of when the genre really was in its heyday. But think of like or like Pan's Labyrinth. Like that's very Neptunian. It's very like ooh. It's like mystical, kind of dark. You can't see everything. It's a little spooky. You know, it's going to be a fabulous time. It's going to be fun. It's going to feel ethereal. That's probably the word I was looking for, ethereal. So that's coming up in September. So know that. But things are slowly falling into place. Virgo, if I would take anything from that, I would take, don't overthink it. I know. I hate when people say that to me. When people say it to me, I'm like, shut up. But it is true. So don't forget. So I'm going to do your numerology now. But if I can get you on the phone, you need one of these phone readings. And they're very, very, very reasonably priced. If you look at what other people are charging and you're getting way less, gee, girl, get on the phone with me and we will go over your numerology or astrology and I'll tell you exactly what is coming up. I can even tell you dates, which is crazy. Okay. I can't tell you dates here because I don't know you. I'm going to give this one more shuffle. My hands are not working because I don't have my big old fake nails on. So I've been moving and packing boxes and doing all sorts of stuff. So pardon my hideous little hands. Let's see, Virgo. Beautiful, walking away. Beautiful, 7th chakra, intuition coming back in. That's what that is. And indecision. Okay, so at the end of the month, because it even says at the end of the month, there's going to be like this little weird. So beginning of the month, 9th, 9, 2, 7. Okay, so 7 is definitely playfulness, but it's playfulness with a purpose. And with that 2, it's playfulness with a purpose with others, which walking away. We're going to be walking away from all that negativity, all that bad stuff, all that junk in our head, the shit that does not stop, the limiting beliefs, the noise chatter. It's going to be, we're freeing ourselves from that beginning of the month. Now, middle of the month, 7th chakra, 5, 4, balance, 1, self. 5 becomes playfulness, sexuality, children, goofy, that ethereal feeling that we were talking about. So I don't do cuts on here because they all line up. Everything lines up. So 5, 7th chakra, which is the top chakra. It is your chakra attached to the universe. It is where we can manifest from. It's where we can get intuition from. It's flooded dreams. That's that Neptunian stuff, right? Can also mean emotion. Just know that. 8 at the end of the month, indecision. This to me is more, this is not a bad, it kind of looks spooky. It looks spooky, but she's wearing a fabulous cape. I mean, shit, I would love that. I kind of dig that. Obviously, if you're into tarot and witches and stuff like that, you're into this like spooky aesthetic. Indecision, but this is an 8th card. 8 is typically about money. So this is going to be, do I go here or do I go here? I think you're going to have a choice of jobs because if we look here, we go backward to the cards. October was going to be full of sex. Hell yeah. Okay, that's fine. But November is money. So I think October is going to be, so end of September and October is probably going to be, do I take this job? Do I take this job? Do I move here for work? Do I move here? Or do I start a business or do I start this business? It's going to be that. I don't think there's going to be a wrong path because if we look all the way to November, things are fantastic. Money's coming in, money's going out, which would be indicative of a new start. You got to spend, if you start a new job, you got to buy some new clothes, but then you get your paycheck. You got to do this, but then you get your paycheck. Or you start a business, you buy supplies, but then you get money in. So this is very much indicative of money is going to be flowing October. So there you go. That was your 10 minutes free health, wealth, and happiness. I know you love this. You definitely want to say hi to me. Just say hi. I'm sitting here by myself. I'm just sitting here doing readings and doing stuff. So go ahead and text me down below, 484-634-0435. There is a link to my store also, but if you want to get a reading, it will be like this times 1,000 because it'll be just about you. So I'll talk to you soon, Virgo.